Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about Jiaoqiu Kit. Do note that this is an early kit release and based on speculations. Players should take this info with a grain of salt as it's subjected to changes. Do you have a character or lightcone in the game that you really want, but you don't have enough StellarJades? Fortunately, lootbar.gg allows you to buy StellarJades at a discounted rate for all regions. Lootbar is one of the fastest and most reliable recharging platform with attractive discount rates. For an example, I will buy the 1980 StellarJade package for $26.40, which otherwise would have cost me $29.99, saving me a total of 20%. And also new users get an additional 5% off. To purchase, simply enter your UID and region and to receive your package in less than 30 minutes. All recharges are done through the official channel with miHoYo, which allows you to enjoy all top-up offers. Now you will be ready to get your favorite characters. Check the link in the description and pinned comment to get the amazing discounts. Now for an overview. Jiaoqiu has the fire element, and comes from the Nihility path. He mainly focuses on applying debuffs, increasing both ultimate damage dealt and damage taken. Now onto the kit. Basic attack. Deals fire DMG equal to 100% of Jiaoqiu's ATK to a single enemy. Skill deals fire DMG equal to 180% of Jiaoqiu's attack to a single enemy and fire DMG equal to 90% of Jiaoqiu's attack to enemies adjacent to it. Has a 100% base chance to inflict 1 stack of Ashen Roast on the primary target. Talent when Jiaoqiu uses his basic attack, skill, or ultimate to hit an enemy. There is a 100% base chance of dealing 1 stack of Ashen Roast, increasing the initial damage enemies receive by 15%, with each stack additionally increasing DMG by 5% to a max of 5 stacks. Ashen Roast will last 2 turns. Ultimate. The description is way too long. Long story short, consumes 100 energy, Ashen Roast stacks are set to the max stack. And activates a field that deals fire damage equal to 200% of Jiaoqiu's attack to all enemies. In this field enemies take 15% increased ultimate damage, with a 60% base chance of being inflicted with 1 stack of Ashen Roast when taking action. It lasts for 3 turns and its duration decreases by 1 at the start of Jiaoqiu's turn. Trace 1. When a field exists, enemies entering combat will be inflicted with Ashen Roast stacks. The number of stacks applied will match the highest number of Ashen Roast stacks inflicted while the field is active, with a minimum of 1 stack. Trace 2. When Jiaoqiu's effect hit rate is higher than 80%, for each 15% exceeded, Jiaoqiu additionally gains 60% ATK, up to a maximum of 240%. Trace 3. When a field exists, the enemy's effect hit rate is reduced by 30%. At the start of each turn, they receive fire additional DMG equal to 150% of Jiaoqiu's ATK. After using technique, creates a special dimension that lasts for 15 seconds. After engaging enemies in the dimension, deals fire DMG equal to 100% of Jiaoqiu's ATK to all enemies and has a 100% base chance of applying 1 Ashen Roast stack. Only one dimension created by allies can exist at the same time. Eidolon 1. When an ally attacks an enemy target afflicted with Ashen Roast, increases DMG dealt by 48%. Each time the talent triggers Ashen Roast, additionally increases the present Ashen Roast stacks by 1. E2. Ashen Roast can be considered as a burn status. Enemies with Ashen Roast will suffer fire. Equal to 300% of Jiaoqiu's ATK at the start of each turn. E4. When the field exists, reduces enemy target's ATK by 15%. E6. Increases max Ashen Roast stacks to 9. When the enemy target is defeated, existing Ashen Roast stacks will be transferred to a surviving enemy with the lowest amount of Ashen Roast stacks. Every stack of Ashen Roast will reduce all enemies all-type res by 3%. Signature Light Cone. Increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 60%. If the target is not under the unarmored effect dealt by the wearer, when the wearer uses a basic ATK, skill, or ultimate on enemy targets, there is a 60% base chance to inflict unarmored to the enemy. Under the unarmored state, the target enemy's DMG received is increased by 10%, lasting for 2 turns. When the wearer deals DMG to an enemy with the unarmored effect inflicted by themselves, there is a 60% base chance to escalate the unarmored state from them into the cornered state, which increases the target enemy's DMG received by 18%. Summary on Jiaoqiu Kit. Unfortunately, they removed healing from his kit, but his pretty damn broken still is able to apply a minimum of 4 debuffs per cycle. With his signature light cone it would be 5 debuffs instead. And depending on how many enemies there are, it can go up to a total of 7 or more debuff application, which is insane for Acheron. But if you have an E2S1 Acheron you really don't need Jiaoqiu, but if you still want him, replacing Bronya for Jiaoqiu would do, but it's pretty unnecessary. Thanks for watching till the end, and that's it for this guide. Do let me know your thoughts and opinion in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for a guide video on Jiaoqiu soon.